Hey y'all, this is the video. There's probably going to be two videos for this slideshow for week 4. I definitely apologize for not getting this posted sooner, even though the official week 4 doesn't start until tomorrow. We've been really busy trying to get some other programming going, so my sincere apologies. I'm going to try to get week 5 up over the weekend. So for this, like I said, it'll probably be 2 videos. We're gonna kind of do a quick resume recap as you all are preparing to finalize your assignments for September 15th submission. Then we're gonna cover company research, cover letters, and then I'll have reminders for you. And obviously you don't have a closing written assignment since you're not in class. So resume basics. On the left here, you'll see most important, I went too far, that we want you to cover is you need to have your professional summary right under your name. You want to know what is unique about you and what you bring to the table for a company. So a couple of your talents and your major, and then what you're seeking. If you go back to week 3, there are materials in that resume resources file that help you with a professional summary, but this is something that needs to be really polished and professional sounding, maybe a portion of your elevator speech even, because this is in the top 1/3 of your resume, and we all know that's what folks look at when they're making hiring decisions initially. Second, you need your education, and that's be in reverse chronological order with most recent first and then down from there. Again, this is your top 1/3 of your resume, and so you want your future employers to know that you are in college and that you will be graduating and when. Okay, you're going to include your school of attendance, NC State, your degree, and then you're going to include your GPA if it's over a 3.0. You can include minors, your date of graduation, etc. And then we're going to focus, and the real bulk of your resume is experiences. And I'm going to show you some action items and accomplishment statements for those in a minute, but we really want to get descriptive there. So not just work experience, but farm management experience, customer service experience, and you want that to be tailored to the jobs you're seeking and demonstrate the type of experience you've had. So you want to be very specific. And then extracurriculars that you've had, some people call it collegiate experience, organizational leadership, anything like that, but involvements that you've had during your 4 years in college. They do not have to be just college involvements, but you definitely want to list those, especially if you've had leadership. You want to be sure to note that. And then optional, if you feel like your resume needs some fluffing, you could list some courses that you've taken that are relevant to your degree, some extra volunteer work, research, projects that you've led, etc. And then on the right, you see what we're really checking for. Proper grammar and spelling is critical. I was just reviewing a resume today and multiple words were misspelled. So you really want to make sure that your grammar is appropriate. That's what employers will look for, and one of the main reasons they'll toss your resume out. At your level, you need a 1-page resume. There's no need to go into 2. If you're not sure how to get it to 1 page, you need to let me know as soon as possible. And then you need to be consistent, and that means with your margins. So your margins aren't shifting all over the place. Everything that's aligned left starts in the same place. Everything that's right, such as your dates, the last letter ends on the same margin. So I could hold a ruler up to it and I'm not going to miss any letters. Your abbreviations need to be consistent. If you're going to use NCSU, then in all of your accomplishment statements, you can't switch from NCSU to NC State to North Carolina State University. Pick one and stick with it. And then your formatting. So if you're going to put lines beneath some of your headings, like professional summary and a line, then you have to do that under education, experiences, and extracurricular. You've got to be consistent, okay? It shows that attention to detail that employers are seeking. There's also, in that resume resources file in week 3, a great checklist for you. You definitely want to look at that. If you've hit that checklist, you'll be in good shape. These are, again, 2 examples. I used them in the last slideshow, but I really want you to look at the experience here, okay? 2 different kinds of experience. I wouldn't say these are perfect resumes, but they give you really good ideas for how to format. You could write a paragraph that explains exactly what you did, or you can put it in bullets. Because it's easier to read, we'll focus here on the right. Instead of writing set price for each ingredient, this person wrote that they calculated the purchasing price of what? The feed ingredients. And then they mentioned the tool they used to do so, according to the Chicago Board of Trade and elevator spaces. That shows that this student has a knowledge of that system and could use it and apply it to the workplace. So instead of just saying picked pricing or decided how much each item should cost. They really went in depth and enhanced and elaborated. They had an action plus a result. And they did the same in both for the organization and leadership and their involvement. Okay, so go back and look at these and look back at the resources I posted about how to make a really good action statement. Look again, everything's in reverse chronological order. Okay, and this is where you look at those accomplishment or achievement statements. You want the action, verb, and result. What did you do and why was it meaningful? What skills did you use? So did you set prices using critical thinking and the Chicago Board of Trade and elevator stats or whatever that was? Pull in those transferable skills where you can and use those. And then this is just sort of this bullet that says use keywords from a job posting. When you're actually applying to a job or internship, you want to pull in their action verbs. So if they use the word recorded or record and you're going to use the word write, go ahead and just switch it to the word record. That's where you really tailor your resume for a job posting. Okay, and I definitely would encourage you to go look up synonyms for common action verbs on resumes, so you have different and unique action verbs. Nothing crazy that you wouldn't normally use, but a lot of times we get stuck using the same words or phrases over and over, and that'll get you out of your rut. And then you want to quantify where possible. Okay, so neither of these have tons of quantifying, but if you researched and recorded wheat disease resistance, you could note how many times you had to do that. What was the data used for? Did you increase views to a website by changing your marketing plan? You can note the exact stat of increase, okay, 80% more views. So quantify where you can and use numbers, not the written out numbers, so that eye kind of jumps right to those. But I will be looking at your meaningful accomplishment statements. So get help on those. Ask me for help if you need it, but that's where I'll really be coming down hard on the resume assignment. Another idea is to think of it as challenge, action, result. What were you tasked to do? How did you do it? And what was the result? So if you saved money for a company, how? What program did you implement? Do you meet deadlines? How? By using your expert program or planning management resources such as Google Calendar, a personal planner, Trello board, etc. If you met or exceeded goals, how? What number? What's that statistic? How much did you exceed or surpass your goal? Okay, and I've got some examples here. So again, just like the other resume, I don't need to read them out loud, but see how they're quantified. They've got a challenge, the action, and the result. Okay, so take a look at those, and I love that they're quantified. It's so helpful. If you're not quite sure of an exact number, give it a good estimate. Be honest when you do that, though. And then to finalize your resume, you need to double check all of these. They've got to be concise and clear. You're going to compare it to the job posting. This is when you're applying for a job. Use your space well. See how this page doesn't have space used well right now. There's a lot of white space. I don't want to see white space. We can always increase text on a resume. If you need to get creative, let me know. You want all your work to support your personal summary. So if you say that you're a great team member who has had several internships in accounting and can do A, B, and C, you want your achievement statements to note that. Your achievement statements shouldn't be something totally different. You've got to prove that. You will never put references on your resume. You want to double check your grammar. In the case of having a professional review, remember part of your assignment is to have CALS Career Services review this. And then again, look at the extra resources in Moodle. And I wanted to recap the assignment. Everything needs to be in one packet in this exact order. Your final version of the resume, your first version, and then a copy that was edited with your reviewer's name. You can see exactly how I'm going to grade this, and it's due in Moodle on September 15th. Let me know if you've got questions. Okay, I might be able to put all this in one video for you. Company research. I've really outlined it here. I don't think we have to go through every single item. The company research is vital to how you write your resume and how you perform your mock interviews you're going to do later, as well as how you actually convey yourself in a cover letter. You want to be able to express that you know about the company and why you're a good fit. If you don't do company research, it's very likely you will not get the job. So we've outlined how to do that. You want to visit their website, look at what they offer. Definitely you want to check the news. Is there a lot of scandal going on? Have they restructured? Do they have a new president? You want to be aware of those things. Definitely you want to be aware of their goals. We've talked about that already in class. Do their goals align with yours? Does their mission and do their values align with yours? And then can you picture yourself there being happy doing the work at that kind of company? Or are there too many red flags for you? Okay, and always take down some contacts so you can reach out. You can always call and do what we call an informational interview, which we'll do in class. But a lot of students blow off the company research piece. It doesn't have to be this massive day-long project that you do, but you need to dig into the company more than just taking a look at their website and Glassdoor. Okay, you've got to know what they're all about and be able to convey how you fit into their company structure. Okay, and so in class we would practice with this. I'd encourage you to do that, although I'm not requiring it. We're going to break into groups and do company research on each company listed here. So if you want to practice at it, take one of these companies and roll with it. And then a cover letter. Okay, I'm actually going to end this video right now and then do the cover letter video a little more in depth, so it's broken out for you. So I'll resume on video 2 with your cover letter info.